a Lone Star land, with boots on my feet and dreams in my hand. A little sassy but a whole lot of grace. You'll see that fire when you look in my face. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. From the blue bonnet fields to the city streets, every step I take feels like home to me. With a little sass and a lot of pride, this Texas girl's got nothing to hide. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright.
Gummy shoe prints laid them down the street. Chocolate wrappers hiding secrets sweet. They don't miss a beat, they've got a knack. With licorice ropes pulling answers back. Twist the wrapper to reveal the truth. A sticky web spun by a candy smooth. No sour lies can escape the grip. These lollipops.
Sebastian, sweet boy, where have you gone? The sun sets low, but we keep marching on. The wind whispers your name soft through the pines. A melody aching in these hearts of mine. Roads are endless, the nights are cold, but your story's a light we'll never let go. Where are you, sweet boy Sebastian? We're searching the hills, the rivers, the plains. You deserve better, oh you deserve better. And your army is fighting through heartache and pain. Your laughter once rang like bells through the air. Now silence just lingers, it's more than we can bear. We carry your memory, a flag in our hands. Through shadows and valleys, through shifting sands. The roads are endless, the nights are cold, but your story's a light we'll never let go. Where are you, sweet boy Sebastian? We're searching the hills, the rivers. rivers, the plains, you deserve better. Oh, you deserve better, and your army is fighting through heartache and pain. Your laughter once rang through heartache and pain.
Well, hello, my friends. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's having a really great day today. A good start to your week. Here we go for November. Can't believe it's already Turkey Month. My goodness, where did the year go already? Wowza. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Daniel. I'm going to say this, and I hope you understand, but the name you have chosen is inappropriate for what my channel is all about. I hope that you can change your name when you come in here. You see, we're talking about an autistic young man who was completely ridiculed over and over. And that name is not acceptable over here. Should not be acceptable in your life. If you truly are an autistic young man, please change your name. You're always welcome here, but I just don't like the name, and I'm sorry. Hello, TJ. How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Hello, Blue Eyes. Hello, Texas Plain Jane. Hello, Miss Rhonda. Bobby. Hope you're feeling better, Bobby. Hello, Miss Kathy. And Lori. Hello. So good to have everybody here. Hi, Little Miss Sharon. How you doing? Hello, Peggy. And Sandy, how are you? So good to have y'all. Let's see who else comes sneaking up in here with us. Miss Kelly East, I owe you an apology, girl. I just have been so slammed I didn't get a chance to call you back, but I do apologize. I will call you when we're through. I promise. Let's see here. Mama, how you doing? Hey, wild child. So good to have you. Lisa King, always good to have you with us. Hey, YouTuber. Hello, Tranquility. Oh, I love saying her name, Tranquility Soul for You. It's just so soothing. Sky Maiden, hello there. Look at Teresa. We'll get to that in just a second, but my goodness, girl, thank you so much. Hello, Star Child and Shelly. Welcome. Butterfly Girl, welcome. Lori Meredith, welcome. Ava, welcome. Hey, Momo67, how you doing? Let's see who else we got with us. Seclusion. Always good to have you. They did sentence him. Good. Justice for that sweet baby boy. They would only tell where he is so he can be put to rest properly. Oh, goodness. Wild child, look at you. Thank you so much. We'll get to that in just a minute. Let's see. Baba Rose, welcome. Brandy Wine, the OG. Hello to you. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Country Bumpkins. Welcome. And Betty Smith. Welcome, welcome. Mom of three boys. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Let me see if anybody else is sneaking in here. Jacqueline, always good to have you. Michelle coming in, making it on time. Hey, cool gamer. Daisy Dukes, hello to you. Cat Lady, hello. Welcome. Bobby, look at you. Oh my goodness. Laura Y, hello to you. Welcome, welcome. Wanna be sleuthin'? Hello there. So good to have everybody with us today. My goodness, we got us a full house, y'all. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I appreciate y'all so, so much. And let's get to these memberships. Trying to get back to them. Look at Teresa coming in with 5 gifted memberships. Please make sure to tell Teresa thank you if you were gifted. That is so gracious of her. And looky here, Wild Child. Woo woo! Became a YouTube member. Woo woo! Love it, love it. How exciting. And turns around and gifts 5 more members. Man, we are so privileged. Thank you so, so much. And then, of course, our beautiful, let me get to it, beautiful Miss Bobby coming in with the $20 super sticker. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And to our new members, guys, welcome to the South.
Welcome. Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get a amen with that? Welcome to the South.
Welcome, welcome to all our new members. And thank you to those who gifted. And thank you, Miss Bobby. Welcome to everybody coming in. Thank you all for being here today. Oh, Miss Cat Lady, you'll be alone for Thanksgiving. I've thought about doing an evening live on Thanksgiving just for those who aren't going to be occupied. But we'll see for sure. We got time to figure that one out. I will be lucky I make to Thanksgiving. You're going to do it, Seclusion. We're praying you through this. I promise you. Y'all keep Seclusion in your prayers. We got you. We're praying for you. You know, it's really great to have this little community of ours where we can say, hey, we got you in prayer. I had a mama reach out to me today, one of our subs and members, and just said, hey, I need prayers. I dropped my phone. I just started praying. Prayed. I didn't know it had been a while. I didn't catch my phone. It was upstairs and I was downstairs for a while. And so I didn't know the outcome, if there was any. But I'm so thankful that she knew she could reach out to me and I would be there for her to pray. If I can't do nothing else, I can definitely pray for people. And it's such a great thing knowing that she felt confident enough to tell me, hey, I need prayer. I tell you, I I wouldn't have made it through life without my kids praying for me hard. Hey, me and you. Hey, Pink Warrior. Welcome, welcome. Seclusion, you got this. You really do. I believe in it. Yeah, prayers for everyone. We could all use prayers no matter what. You know, little Sebastian, he needs our prayers. He really does, guys. He needs our prayers. And our title today is Let's Put It All on the Table. Together, we're going to paint a picture and put the pieces to our puzzle together starting on that Sunday. Yes, I talked to Legally Blonde today through a text, and she is doing well as can be expected. And so y'all keep her in your prayers, though, for sure. Her kids are going through a hard time right now, and they have lost their father. It's just not such a great thing, especially with holidays and everything. So definitely keep them in your prayer, her and her children. And I want to say this. Hang tight. I'm trying to get some pictures loaded onto StreamYard while I talk, and I get kind of, I'm not very coordinated. So I gotta do almost one thing at a time, or I get to mumbling. Yeah, and Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes was in here earlier. She's probably listening and watching. She's doing okay. Keep her mama in your prayers, please. All righty, let me get this loaded here so that we can get busy, because I want y'all to see something before we start our whole process. Because when you got to lay everything on the table, you got to start from the beginning. We need to do this. We need to be able to say, okay, what's happening? What's going on here? Little boy, 15 years old, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He disappears from his home. Disappears. Key word there, disappears. Because there is no evidence anywhere showing that he ever left his home. We talked about it yesterday. It is my opinion, because I legally have the right to have an opinion. And with that being said, myself, along with moderators, subscribers, and anyone in chat, express their opinions. On this channel, we present speculation, possibilities, and show things found for everyone to decide for themselves what opinion they have. We're here for helpful purposes only. We're not here for drama, hate, or anything negative. Please respect all opinions. And as always, my content is not to be used in a negative way at any time. But yesterday I stated to you guys, it is my opinion that Katie Proudfoot is the one leading this charge. I totally 100% believe that she is the one, the mastermind. I do believe there are others that brought this whole thing to her and said, look, something's got to be done. Let's do it this way. And because of the life that she has led in the past and everything, she was in a place in her life where she was comfortable with her lifestyle. She didn't want to give that up. And I believe her and Chris's mother have a tight bond because they think very much alike. But guys, that's my opinion. It's my thought process. But the pieces to the puzzle start to fit. Um, hang tight for a second. Let me check this. Hold on, hold on. Alrighty. So I've told y'all to pay attention and go over and watch Rich and Ruby because he was putting out some very, very, very good stuff. There was a picture that he showed. This picture right here. This is on the trail that leads towards the school. I don't know if you can see all the people in there, but there are several people. Now I'm going to show you a picture with a different lighting added in. Do you see anybody you might recognize? Is there anyone there that stands out to you? Is there anyone at all that you might happen to recognize? Oh, Daisy Dukes. You'd be surprised. So I wanted to show you all those pictures, put them in your mind because, guys, it's funny how this picture can be looked at. There's a person here on the very, very right. They're running down that trail. You can see them. Oh, yeah. The tall, thin person that looks taller because the legs there show more than anything right there. That would actually happen to be dark leggings. So, yeah. I'm just saying things are happening, guys. Things are coming to light a little more and a little more. I hope they got their alibis worked out real, real tight. I know. What were they doing there? Maybe there was a car waiting for them to carry them all out, you know? Because if a car went into that neighborhood, it would have been seen. And they chose to use this little trail. So, just saying. Things are happening. Yes, yes. Yeah. Anyways, let's put it all on the table for what it is. Let's put it out there, starting with that morning spaghetti pancakes, on the phone with a family member, FaceTiming, bragging, that kind of thing. All the details that we hear of that morning leading up to the point of her and Sebastian going to have dinner at Texas Roadhouse. Texas Roadhouse becomes very, very crucial to the point where we study it, we look at it, all the people that are there, her eyeballs fixated on these two men walking towards the restroom. Two men that just came galloping across the parking lot, walked in, went straight to the restroom, and they walk out shortly behind Katie and Sebastian. So much suspicious activity happening that night in that place. It's unreal. It's crazy. But it happened. People that look, I don't know, like the persons that's actually there that night. I mean, the Mr. Chris lookalike person. Here we go, right here. It's almost as if you can't deny these people being there and acting like they don't even know Katie or Sebastian, but yet they're family. How does that make any sense? You have to ask it. You have to wonder because you see, unlike what those others on the other side of the street like to say, I do not believe, I do not believe Katie and Sebastian had such a wonderful, beautiful connection. They didn't. We looked, we watched. She was more concerned about the phone in front of her face. Never want to be sleuthing. Prefers Buc-ee's. Oh, you could go and do your whole Christmas shopping up in Buc-ee's, can't you? I never leave out of there without spending at least 40 to 60 bucks just for the purposes of going in to go to the restroom and buy me a Pepsi. But there's always other things. Buc-ee's is the Walmart of the gas stations. Yeah, seclusion. I believe Texas Roadhouse was like a last meal type of thing. All the people in play there. What would be the purpose of all of these people being there? I know who stops at Texas Roadhouse just to go to the restroom. Green Hoodie and the two guys that came walking across the same pathway as Green Hoodie. That's who. You know, what would that purpose be? I think that purpose was to remind Katie, hey, this is happening. There's no backing out. Everything's in play. You know, that's my thought on it. I don't know what else it could be unless there was someone there to receive his photo for a photo ID. And therefore, she took the photo of him sitting in that booth that night to pass off so that he can be placed in a facility. I don't know. Lots of questions about Texas Roadhouse. I'm sorry, but there are lingering questions for me at play when it comes to Texas Roadhouse. Holly, hello, darling. I'm telling you, time change got everybody all messed up. But it is what it is. Bobby, thank you, darling. You are so, so sweet. Thank you for being so gracious and so kind. Oh, I just love you. Thank you so much, Bobby. I need to get a thank you to play. I do. But when we go from inside Texas Roadhouse, we leave through the front doors with them. We're following their steps through the front door. They had to go around that pillar because people were all packed right there on the sidewalkway. Diana, I don't either. I mean, it's a possibility. And we've covered that possibility, but I truly don't believe he is. So as he's coming around that pillar, he literally stops. We watch Sebastian as he comes around that column, that pillar thing, and he literally stops in his tracks. What did he see? What was it that young man saw that made him stop in his tracks? Holly, look at you, so sweet. Thank you. My goodness, it wouldn't click on it. Here we go. Thank you so much, Holly. You were such a sweetheart. Thank you. Appreciate you. But what could have been there to make him stop and go, oh, wait a minute, something's not right? Because from there on, that young man was on high alert. Hey, Pebbles. Sebastian was on alert. He was watching very, very closely. He was studying whatever was taking place. It's as if Katie and Green Hoodie made a handoff of some sort. What was going on? And at what point did things get loud enough to alert other people outside of Texas Roadhouse to instantly, at one time, everybody turned their head? Yes, seclusion. His whole face turned to, holy crap, what's going on? I mean, you could see it. His body language changed, everything changed. But at some point, something was loud enough for everybody to turn their head. I want to know what happened there. Was it Sebastian that hollered out? Was it Katie and Green Hoodie that argued? What happened? Did Sebastian see someone else in the other car beside him? What caused everyone to turn their head instantly? Very interesting, huh, Cat Lady? Yeah. So then Katie's going to unlock the door. Sebastian gets in the car. We've all seen it play out over and over and over again. He puts on his seatbelt. He's in the front passenger side of the car. Katie gets in, puts her seatbelt on, reaches for her earpiece, and starts to back away. Why did she need an earpiece? Her car has speakerphone. These days, most cars have speakerphone. But she chose an earpiece. Is that because there's some other kind of communication happening away from her phone? Her phone that she knew she would probably have to turn over. I'm just wondering. I have more questions. Why would she need an earpiece? Oh, Holly, maybe she was. Who knows? Who knows? Hello, Cooper. How you doing? Bobby says, no one would be taking my kid, and if they did, I would sure as hell be getting him back, even if I had to give my life. That's right, Bobby. It's what a mother does. Yep, seclusion. She didn't want Sebastian to be on alert. She didn't want him to know what was happening. Who was talking to her in her ear that whole time she was driving? You know, who? Yep, Holly's right. You got to turn off your Bluetooth to use an earpiece in the car. She did look agitated. She looked super pissed off, that's for sure. Hey, Felicia. Right. She turned it off so Sebastian couldn't hear the conversation. She didn't want him to know what was about to happen. I mean, it's just pretty much as plain as that, right, folks? So she puts her car in reverse. She backs up her car and she starts to drive away. The last sighting of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers in public that we know of. The very last time he's seen actually alive and well was when she drove away. From there, we get the story that she arrived home, and approximately 15 minutes later, he takes the trash out to the road. And she says, her words, this was confirmed by the FBI by the way he ran. My question is, how in the hell does the FBI know how Sebastian runs? Because Katie told them how? Once again, spinning her own narrative. Nothing confirmed other than off of what Katie told them. The FBI doesn't know how Sebastian ran. He ran kind of goofy, like they say. But Seth himself said he saw that trash can footage. He could not tell who it was. It was so pixelated and blurry. And if the FBI is going to take and decide this is Sebastian, because that's how he runs, then did Katie give them a picture to show Sebastian running, or did she just tell them how he ran? So a lot of people think Sebastian didn't even make it home from Texas Roadhouse. So therefore, he wouldn't be there to take out the trash, right? So that would have had to have been Katie, who obviously was wearing a dark hoodie that night, same type of shoes. She said he put on black pants. She had on the dark colored pants, guys. I'm telling y'all, something's not right here. I got more questions. As we go on, the questions just build up. They continue to pile up because Katie is the one running the whole narrative. Everything that has been told was Katie's version. Then we come back and have Mr. Chris's version of what, let's make it crystal clear, we'll say. So the trash gets taken out. Sebastian's playing in his room, which from everything I'm hearing, he played in his room probably about 80% of his time at home. You know, in his bedroom that didn't even have a doorknob on it. From there, everything completely gets totally out of control because we've heard 6 different versions from his mother of the happenings of that night. The very first night that they talk, her and him talk, Chris and Katie on Duchess, and they say, oh, we got a blue alert. Oh, goodness. And SL, look at you. She says, thank you for all the work you've done for Sebastian. That is so kind of you. Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. That is so kind of you. Thank you. Thank you for believing in the channel and what we're doing here. I appreciate it. But Katie tells us day one, she fell asleep on the couch, and that was about 2 o'clock. It means an adult with issues, some type of special problems is the blue alert. Oh, thank you, Retha. And from her falling asleep at 10 o'clock, waking up a little later and around midnight, key word here seems to be midnight, she goes and gets on the bed. And Chris pipes up and says, to make things crystal clear, let me tell you, the mom and I were on the phone. We talked for, let's say 3 hours, close to 3 hours. Hey, Miss Ann. And he says, Mom starts to fall asleep. And, that was around, let's say, midnight. Here's that midnight again. Mom just told us, dadgum, that she was asleep on the couch at 10 p.m. And he's going to come back and correct it and say she started falling asleep around midnight. And she doesn't change it. She doesn't correct him. And he supposedly wasn't even there. Right? Midnight when she got back. Yeah. So how are we even supposed to go from very first time they open their mouth to the public? We got nothing to go by because they both just sat there and knocked each other's story out of the parks. They don't even count because we can't tell who's lying and who's not, because that did not match. And it's been that way ever since. One time, Mom speaks, she's fallen asleep at 10 o'clock. Another time, she fell asleep around 11 o'clock. Another time, she's studying for a test. And another time, she's asleep. Oh, is that what it is? But another time, she's asleep at midnight. Oh my goodness. I wish they would do those alerts to where you can actually silence it and still be able to read all of it. It is so loud, I just hit okay and don't get to read everything. Man, an assault on an officer, and that was in Jacksonville. Wowza. Hey, Brenda Sue. We're just going over all the things. Betty says, I think she was out back with the neighbor. I've always thought that. Just my opinion. Wowza. Very possible, because we listened yesterday. She said all the doors were locked and she got back at midnight. It's like, hello? How hard is it to tell the truth? I want to know. That is my number one question. Why can't they tell the truth? Because the truth never, ever, ever changes. Never does it change. Yes, 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 TJ, I did. Thank you. Never does the truth change. But Katie can't tell the truth. Mr. Chris himself can't tell the truth. So why is it that we're supposed to believe them? Cooper, thank you so much. My goodness, at the love tonight for the channel. Thank you so much, Cooper. That is so sweet of you. I appreciate that. Thank you for being so kind. And we can't even have a base timeline. If we stop and think about it, at this point, 20 months later, no one's been cleared. not Seth, not Katie, not Chris. But when you have people that don't tell the truth, you can't clear them, can you? Bobby, thank you for gifting some memberships. Guys, if y'all were the lucky person to get a gifted membership from our beautiful Bobby, please tell her thank you, because that was so kind and gracious. Thank you, Bobby. You are always so sweet. I appreciate it. And to our new members, welcome to the South, y'all.
Welcome, welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get an amen deep down? Welcome to the South.
Welcome to all of our new members. Thank you so much. You're so kind, Bobby. Thank you. Yeah, that's the bad part, huh, Bobby? TBI is helping, I do believe. Cooper says, Lolly, have you seen the photo that Rich has? If not, please check him out. Yes, I have. And yes, man, Daisy. Daisy's gonna put it here. Kroger has got Pepsi and Coke for 24 pack for $7.99. Tomorrow's the last day. I need to go find me a Kroger's. I love you, Daisy. That cracked me up. Anyways, Cooper, yes. Yes, definitely. Rich has it going on over there. If y'all aren't watching, y'all need to be watching him. Go watch that video for sure. I believe Katie, I believe possibly Chris, and several others are in that photo. Now, the question becomes, what do they do with it? What is the purpose of people being out in the woods and all of a sudden a car comes around? Rich does have a good heart. He really does. He's in it for Sebastian, and that's all I care about. That's all I care about. If you're for Sebastian, I'm with you 100%. You know, to stop and see that picture and to think, oh my goodness, there's this little dirt trail and they're here up in these wooded area. Of course, nothing nefarious happening, right? We don't want to think that. But how could you not? It was in the middle of the night. What are people doing grouped up in the woods like that? They were waiting, in my opinion, for their ride out of there. They didn't want to be seen in the neighborhood. They wanted to get out of there. They didn't at all want to see people. Oh, yeah. Wowza. Interesting. Thank you for that. Crickets. My crickets. Y'all hear my crickets. That's my text message alert. Everybody has these dings and stuff, and I had to find something different. But yeah. So once we get to the trash can being taken out, We don't know what time Sebastian actually went to bed because she said she let him stay up early and he was in bed at 9. What 15-year-old goes to bed at 8 o'clock? Just asking. Just asking because that was a little iffy to me. We don't know what Katie was doing because so many different versions happening. We don't know if she went to sleep on the couch at 10, 11, midnight, reading a book. What the hell was going on? Because she heard no noise, then she heard a noise, then she heard um something that sounded a little iffy to her, and she hollered out to him. First time he doesn't answer. The second time she speaks about hearing the noise, and he replies to her at that point, and then it becomes a thud. Guys, the truth never changes. I'll say it over and over and over. The truth does not ever change. Huh. OKK got some explaining to do. She needs to come out and tell the God's honest truth because so far we have not heard it. Not at all. I don't believe she can tell us the truth because remember, folks, she is the one that pled her Fifth Amendment right to not speak on reasons of incriminating herself. She don't want to incriminate herself. She has messed up so many times. She knows that if she speaks again, she's going to look guilty. Well, KK, you should have done that in the very beginning because you already have put yourself in a position of looking guilty. She already has done it. Little too late, but hey, innocent mothers do not have to hire a lawyer because they have nothing to hide. Also, Lolly, if you can get a message to Mob Crew, Rich would love to talk to him. Okay. All right. I can send him an email. Thanks, Cooper. Unfortunately, Texas Plain Jane says, yes, she did that. And that does not mean she is innocent, nor does it mean she is guilty. Exactly. Exactly. But I'm telling you, if she truly had nothing to do with her child going missing. No, I didn't, Miss Ann. I have to watch that. As soon as our live is over with, I need to watch Silver's because he was doing some searching. Let's see, Just My Girl says, where can we find Rich? On YouTube. On YouTube. Do you need to get in touch with him? Are you needing to get in touch with him? Is that it? Yeah, Rich and Ruby are on YouTube. There is his channel link. Thank you, Holly, for dropping that. Mama 70 says, I'd like to see you and Rich and Ruby do a panel together. Well, let me see what we can pull together. We might just do that someday. Hi, Sammy G. How you doing? Hope everything's going good for you. So if you stop and think, he's showing things you've already shown. Yeah. Yeah, we've been coordinating a little bit on some of these things. If you stop and think, the story of Sebastian pretty much ends there. Everything after they are supposed to have arrived home gets all jumbled up. Her going to find him in the morning, not there in his room. And from that moment on, everything becomes a big question mark. Because if you teach your child to dial 911 when it's an emergency, why are you calling directly to the station? Why are you not making that emergency 911 call? Help, get us someone out there. Why would you not ever one time call the father of your child and say, have you heard from him? Why would you have your husband send the father of your child a text message that says 911? But you can't call those three numbers. So many question marks just hanging out there in the air with this case, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All the searches and nothing. No trace of him ever leaving. None. How does a young man leave, run away with no shoes? I mean, in my mind, I could picture this kid with no shoes on his feet. He's not used to being outside without shoes. Could you imagine him trying to run down that road as sensitive as his feet would be? My goodness. Nothing. Zero. So, how does that kid ever leave that house? 3 a.m. that morning, we see things happening in the backyard area, in that common space area. We see lights moving. They try to convince us, no, unfortunately, that's just a trash truck. Um, I call bullshit from the beginning. It ain't. It's stupid, and quit insulting my intelligence. I know that a trash truck has tons of lights, and one of them does not just run across the common area and disappear at the back of their home. The other one does not just disappear into a waiting car. All of those lights on a trash truck go exactly where the truck takes it. But hey, that was a good effort for them, right? Let's give them props because they tried. Oh, and don't forget the trash truck was way over there up on the hill. So their lights penetrated through all of those trees, all of those brick homes, all of those cars, everything in the middle of their way. They just were, it became invisible, right? Come on. Now, as time has gone on and they've done their research, we're now looking at a man taking his trash out to the end of his driveway. What? Seriously. How is it a man taking his trash to the end of the driveway looks like two lights meeting up? One actually gets in the car, the other one runs away from the car and goes back to the house. In the common area, which is nothing but grass, trees, a gazebo, and a drainage ditch. Crazy how that works. But no, once again, another lie, another fabrication, nothing we can put our money on. Nothing. Why? Why all of the lies? Why all of the different stories? When you want your child found, you're going to give the most accurate detail you possibly can, and it will be the God's honest truth. If, big word there, guys, if you want your child to be found, you're not going to put up bullshit stories. It's not going to happen. You don't have time to play with your child's life out there somewhere. You're not going to do it. But if you don't want your child found, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to go on other people's panels across the street on the other side over there, and you're going to act like, dress up like, and make it out like you're the father of this child serving a warrant. You're going to go over there and call in and act like you're from the movie Sling Blade. Give me an effing break. At what time is anything funny pertaining to your missing stepson? Never is the answer. Never. At what time do you go over and get on a panel and attack with hate in your heart the father of your missing stepson and a content creator that had been talking about your missing stepson? But because your buddies don't like her, it pisses you off to the point you feel privileged to saying the nastiest, most disgusting, disrespectful things a man should ever, never, ever say to a woman. But he felt entitled to do just that. That's something to put on the table, right? It shows the respect he has for his stepson by creating havoc over here with people who are actually trying to do good work. Let's go ahead and throw one of our own people here and what happened to her last week when her computer was hacked into. The one thing I did not say that day, only messages between her and Christopher Proudfoot, only messages between her and I, and only messages between her and another creator. And every file she had pertaining to Sebastian was erased from her computer and her phone. Yes, Miss Ann, you can. That'll be fine. At what time is that okay? Why do they not want Sebastian found? Yeah, Lee Zimmerman. That was all that was taken off of her computer. That was it. Everything pertaining to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Let's be a little obvious, shall we? Stupid idiots. They think they're slick. They think they're slick. Keep making those mistakes. It's okay. We got your number, buddy. We got your number, ma'am. Your little cronies are not as smart as some of us. They like to intimidate people. Don't ever have a private conversation with Mr. Chris because you'll end up on the other side. I'm sure there was plenty of threats put into all of those private conversations when those people conveniently did a 180. I could only imagine. Could the FBI have done what, Betty? What are you asking? Right, TJ? I'll have that private conversation with him all day long. I got his hard questions. He's too scared, don't have the balls to show up and answer the questions. Oh, it's been turned over. Yes, Miss Betty, it has. There are professionals working on it as we speak still. Making sure all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed and all the things. Cyber attacks are federal. So, just saying. You know, several people. I wondered if, wait, what did Cooper say? I have wondered if she put him, in my opinion, Sebastian out of the car on the way home and she took his shoes off, allegedly. Possible. Anything's possible at this point, you know? Anything is possible. Yeah, Holly, I think you're onto something there. Holly had said, more disgusted with Ellie right now. I don't expect a thing out of Chris or those garbage YouTubers. And then she added, then again, I understand why they're silent because look at the family. Look at Chris. We all heard how Melissa talked to Sebastian. She doesn't sound like an angel to me. She doesn't sound very kind either, did she? Oh, Cooper, so do I. So do I. I think a lot of us have different thoughts and opinions on what could have happened. Is it going to come out who that person was that you said was in Texas Roadhouse, the creator? I don't know, Brenda Sue. I can't prove any of that. I can just say it sure looked a lot alike. They looked a lot alike, didn't they? These people that we're talking about, Katie, her husband, and her in law family. They didn't care for Sebastian. Life would be so much simpler without him. They proved that to us when Seth said he showed up there and they were talking about their next vacation hours after reporting Sebastian missing. None of them were concerned. They were having a conversation about their next vacation and what jewelry Mr. Chris was going to be buying his mother. Give me a freaking break. They weren't concerned. And it was at that very moment I realized people who are not worried, who are not looking, they're not going to look for something they already know where it's at. And those are them, that family, that whole family. Oh, I doubt they did either, Holly. And yes, Holly, I've already started looking into Jesse Mac Butler case. I have. We'll be doing something on him pretty soon. But when you lay everything out on the table, it paints a picture of a family who did not like Sebastian. A family who, in that home, had CPS cases against them. Sebastian felt confident that he could go to school and tell his teachers and the people at his school what exactly was happening. Sebastian's very own father tells us when he got those CPS cases and his counseling notes from the counselor about every visit, everything Sebastian told him, he said it would keep you up at night. Think about that. Looky here. She said, butterflies are free to fly. Seth must be lost. What's up? Yes, butterflies. Thank you for being a member for 3 months. That is so exciting. And I agree with you. Seth must be lost. I couldn't imagine not knowing. The not knowing part is the very ultimate worst. When I lost my son, I knew where he was, and it still destroyed me. I had a long, hard time trying to fight back and get back to somewhat of what I was, what I used to be. But I'm different now. I look at the world differently because I know what true loss, how quick that happened. I know every day is nothing more than a gift. I know every minute of every single day is nothing more than a gift. If you don't treasure each and every day, and you're really not doing much in the way of making memories, holding on to those little times that make you feel happy. Oh, yeah, Cooper, we've heard the very, very, very same. We're not promised tomorrow, are we, Cool Gamer? Never are we promised. Rita Bell says, Lolly, please write a book if you haven't. The world needs to hear about you and your son. That is so sweet. I may consider that. That would be like good therapy. Diana says, cadaver dogs alert to smell in unit number 10 storage at in Sebastian's case, allegedly. I have not heard that. I have heard Crime Time Buzz had said that. Miss Ann, you don't. Miss Ann, I have learned this over the last 5 years. I will never be who I used to be. I'm different. I am different. And that's sometimes that can be a good thing. It depends on how you accept it and what you make of it. And I want to be a person that my son would be proud of. But I'm not who I used to be. I'm a different person. It changed me. I look at life completely different now. I really do. And you can make it through this, Miss Ann. I promise you, you can. I know those days will come when you just don't think you're going to make it through the day. You just can't bear it anymore. I get it. I've been there. I've told y'all there were days I didn't even care if I ever woke up. I didn't care. But the day will come when you wake up and say, I need to step outside and just breathe. You will make it. I promise you. Oh, thank you, Miss Rita. We don't see Katie doing any of that. So I question a lot of times, does that mean he's put somewhere? Does that mean that he's okay and he has been put somewhere? Because she's not grieving at all. Those of us who know grieving over your child, that woman is not doing none of that. I know, Cooper. I know, but you know what? We're still here and there's a reason. It's up to us to find our reason for why we're still here. Me and you, I'm beginning to wonder, like I said yesterday, did she shut herself down and put herself in military mode where she was on a mission and nothing more? She almost looked like that at Texas Roadhouse. She had no connection to him. Yeah, Heather. Ugh. Exactly, Rita. I agree with you. If he's still with us, he's not okay, I'm afraid. Hmm. Oh, yeah, Michelle. Oh, goodness, Miss Ann. One day you'll be okay to make it through those mile markers, those birthdays. I just take the day off. I just take the day off. I use that day to look back on. You'll find your way, I promise you. I promise you. But Katie was trained, y'all. She was trained. Did she put herself in mission mode? And she had a mission. She had a purpose and a reason to do what she was doing. Does that mean she had to completely 100% shut herself off to every feeling she had for her son? Or was that just the way she was from the beginning? Oh, Lee, she's talking about some of the 3 a.m. pictures that we've been showing. Oh, no, Miss Ann, you don't just get over it. You don't just get over it. I don't care what people say. It never, ever happens. You will never get over it. And when Mr. Chris said those words, well, you just got to go on living. Life continues to happen. I just wanted to poke him in the eyeballs, y'all. Ugh. No, you don't say that to a parent that has completely lost their child, their baby. A mother gives birth to that person that's no longer there. What's up said she wanted to stop Chris from whining about Sebastian. Very possible. Very possible. I honestly believe Sebastian was in the way of him getting full custody of his daughter. And I am going to laugh the day that it happens, when he gets full custody in the penitentiary. Just saying. My thought, my opinion. Yeah. Gotta go on living infuriates you. Yeah. It's just a process you have to work through. But yeah, no, folks. Something's not right here. For a mother to leave a pair of shoes, a blanket, and some snacks on the front porch for her child, the child she gave birth to, the only one time that she kept her child. She raised him all those years. She's been a mother to him for 15 years. And she goes on vacation 8 days later, but she leaves snacks, some shoes, and a blankie. What? It was all for show. It was all for show. That's it. End of story. Everything's out on the table here. Every piece to the puzzle's out here on the table. Have you ever had a puzzle laid out before you and you got to fit all those pieces together? There are 1,500 pieces to this story, and only certain pieces of that fit into this story. Where is Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers right now, today? Where could he be? That's the question. That's the question every one of us has on our minds, on our hearts, every day. Is today the day Sebastian will be found? Is today the day we get some news on Sebastian? It's gut wrenching when you wake up and realize nothing has changed. Have they got away with the perfect unaliving? Have they got away with putting him somewhere far, far away without his father knowing anything? Do they expect him to arrive back home when he turns 18? And no worries, it's just going to be a little slap on the wrist, a little misdemeanor. When you do things in the dark, folks, in the pitch black of the night, it always seems to be that will surface one day. All the things to the little tiny pieces to that puzzle are going to start fitting together, and their time will run out. I have a feeling Katie leaked too much information. I have a feeling Mr. Chris said a little too much here and there. I have a feeling the more he gets pissed off, the more he talks. The drunker he gets, the more he speaks, the more we learn. Because people who are cocky and arrogant feel like they are untouchable. Mr. Chris, how untouchable do you feel right now? Just asking, just wondering. I'm thinking you're probably getting a little antsy about now. And if you're not, you probably should be. Just throwing that out there. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is still missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. He is now at the age of 16. A young man whose very favorite holiday just passed, and he was nowhere around to enjoy it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Butterflies. Yes. He only goes on certain channels because those channels, they stroke that ego of his. They do. Hello, Miss Gina. How you doing? Yep, those channels stroke that ego. And that's what he likes. He don't want those hard questions because I got those hard questions. I've had those hard questions. Nobody will ask him the hard questions, but I will. I got a whole list, and he won't even come on panel. Not at all. Nothing. Been sent the link over and over. But he sure don't mind popping in chat with all these retarded, stupid, ding dong kind of names. Oh, they do, Lee. They certainly do. They certainly do. Protection at its finest. But if I got paid like they got paid, I might protect him too, right? Just saying. Just an observation I've had. Yeah, he'll answer questions, but it is the own way around it. That's exactly right, Blue. You need to ask him. I know, I know, I know. I thought about that. Sorry. Yeah, we like having Gina here, don't we? We do, we do, we do. We like having everybody here with us. We have a really good group. We all work good together. We're all here for the same exact reason. And that reason is Sebastian. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. That's our reason. That's why we're here. That's our goal. Everything here at our channel revolves around Sebastian. He don't like that so much. He don't like that because he's not the focus. Everybody believes Katie is the weak link. I honestly believe Christopher will be the one to squeal the loudest because he will want his mommy to rescue him. But how's she going to rescue him when she's in a cell herself? Just wondering. Just wondering what kind of backup plan he's got. TJ. That's so funny. Oh, we just want answers for this young man. We want to be his voice. We want to be able to tell his story. And we want him, Sebastian, to have justice. We'll wait. We'll be here as long as we need to. We will be here. We will be a pain in their side as long as we need to until that young man gets his final say so. Texas Plain Jane. That's funny. Yep. 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 Guys, I'm telling you, they want us to all shut up. They want us to all go away so we are quiet, not talking about it. It can fade off into the sunset like so many others, become a missing cold case, just sitting on a shelf. They can go on about their vacations. They can go on and go to those bike shows. They just want to live their life and be happy, kid free, and great, great, fun loving parents when his daughter is there. Can somebody tell me how you could live and lay next to a person knowing what happened to your own child? Could you live with yourself? Is it rotting them from the inside out? I hope it does. It's absolutely gross to think about it. How do you even want to touch someone who's done some bad things to your child? How do you allow that person to live in your home with you and your child? Katie had a choice that night at Texas Roadhouse. She knew what the outcome of that night was going to be. She was prepared. She had a mission, but she upped and left Texas Roadhouse. And instead of driving on to Seth's, dumping him out and saying, "You cannot come back home. Sorry, I love you enough to drop you at your dad's," and go arrive home without Sebastian. She didn't do that. She drove him back to that home, knowing what the mission was. That's the kind of mom Katie is, in my opinion, of course. That's what I see when I see her. I see a mother trying to tell us a story that we're going to actually accept. But we already heard her the time before, and that's not the same story she's telling this time. So then we listen to the next one, and we're hearing a new version, and it's not like what the last two were. And so on, and so on, and so on. She adapted her stories according to our critiquing each and everything she said and did. She adjusted all of it. You don't adjust, you don't adapt, and you don't change when you tell the truth. You don't need to, because the truth stands. It stands firm and tall, and it is what it is. You don't jack with it. But Katie did. Yeah, Brenda Sue, she gave up her boy for a man that cheats on her. It's kind of their lifestyle, you know? It's kind of what they do. Doesn't make it any better. TJ, look at TJ being a member for 13 months. Thank you, TJ. Love you for all the hard work you do here. So happy to have you here with us. Blue says, I would have took that child as mine and loved him and protected him the way he should have been. There are so many people that could have done it. Look at her new avatar. Let's look. Can y'all see her new avatar? Trying to see what it is. Hang tight, Blue. I want to look. I want to look. Let me pull it up. Oh, look. It's a dragon. And it says, it's okay to be different. I love that. Awesome. That is amazing. Thank you, TJ, for sharing that. It does feel like a lifetime. Yeah. Yes. What's up says, Butterfly says, partners who have no value in their marriage. Exactly. What? Look at Blue coming in. I love you, Lollipop, and sharing my time with you all. That's so sweet. We love you, Blue. We're here for you. We back you. We got you, girl. Thank you for being part of this channel for 17 months. Oh my gosh. That's so long. Yeah, Sebastian had a father. He was loved and wanted. She did have a place to take him, but she chose to take him home. She chose to drive him home. It's absolutely insane. When you put it all, like I said, out on the table, every piece to the puzzle, all the things that we actually know, it does not put together a picture that is very pleasing. There are lies, there are deceptions, there's anger, there's adaptable stories. At no point on this puzzle do we ever see the word truth. Never. We just don't. And I don't understand it because Sebastian didn't deserve any of this. He didn't. I told you all, the number one cause for any child at any time to randomly, out of the blue, start having accidents is abuse. What was happening in that home? What happened to Sebastian that he felt he needed to go to school and tell his teachers? What was so bad that the Department of Children's Services had to pay visits to that home? Think about it. Weeks before that young man went missing, a superior court is requesting all the files, all files, his counselor's files, his CPS files, all those files he wanted to read for himself. The counselor would listen to Sebastian as he talked about things happening in that home. What was it that they wanted to shut this child up? Why? What secrets did they have that is so deep and so dark they never wanted it out there? What is so bad that you had to shut him up? See, that's the way they don't look at Sebastian. Butterfly, she says, I have an autistic son. He is an adult. Love him big time. He is a blessing in my life. He teaches me every day. Katie and Chris, I do not believe, saw Sebastian in that way. I don't think they ever did. Yeah, Michelle says KP said something in the interview, then paused. He used to hide and watch. Watch what, KK? Because you stopped your sentence. Yep. He would sneak in from where to get his snacks. He would hide from her and he would watch. What? What did he watch, KK? What were you doing? Did your backyard friend come to visit you in your home when your son was there? Just asking. There's questions out there. But guys, the truth will always stand. The truth is what will bring them to justice. Sebastian, we stand on the truth for you. We do. We're standing on the things that are true, bringing it to the attention of everybody who wants to know the God's honest truth, not make up some bullshit story so that the parents over there, the mother and the stepfather, can look good. I'm not making anything up just to make those two look good. I'm not here for them. I'm not going to make up stories to make Seth look good. I'm not here for him. I'm here for Sebastian. He's the one that was done wrong to. His story is all jumbled up because of the parent that was locked in that home with him that night. The person that drove away from Texas Roadhouse with her child in her car, and he's never seen again. I'm here for Sebastian. Like me or don't like me. I don't care. Really. I don't. Because I'm speaking for a child who no one is standing up for. They're too busy playing hate tag here and there. There are too many people out there who are attacking others for all the things they say, their opinions on other people. I don't give a crap about all that. I didn't come here to a missing child's case to hate bond with anyone. It's not who I am. He just jumped on QB chat saying rumor. Oh, he is a rumor. That's for sure. Hi, Sassy. Guys, I'm telling you, something's not right with the story that his mother is putting out there. This is the woman who said he ran away. Never mentioned that all of his shoes were right there by the front door. They did, Banjo Man. They did have a storage unit. They do. Katie has one. I know for a fact. She's had one for a while. Because it's a distraction. He doesn't want anyone to think that a dog possibly hit there. It's just more BS. Why wouldn't he come over here and talk about it? We're the ones trying our best to get answers for his stepson. He ain't coming over here to clear that up. He's got to go over there to his friends. You know, birds with the same types of feather flock together. You know. Right, Michelle. Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy. But folks, never ever, wherever you go. Yeah, he also said we'd be eating crow. Let's see what he eats when he gets those silver bracelets. Because I have a feeling something's going to be shoved down his throat. That cocky voice of his. They do, Banjo Man. They have the answers. Katie herself has the answers. She holds the key to all of it. She is the person with the most intelligence when it comes to all the things that took place that night. That was what she was trained to do in the dark of night. Think about it. She was trained for those type of missions. She was trained to jam all of the video cameras around that area. Silly girl. She just forgot a couple. She just forgot about a couple of them. Blue said he better get rid of that mullet. Shave that head. But then again, he might like his hair pulled. Oh, yeah. KK was Chris's boss, y'all. She was above him. She knows all the things. And I'm telling you guys, we have to have faith that this case is not going to turn into a cold case, that we will not let it happen. We're going to keep screaming out to the top of the trees, the mountains, as far as we can go. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is still, to this day, missing. Absolutely nothing to show he ever left that house. If he didn't leave that house on his own and run away like his mother tells us, then we know she has training to get him out of there in the deep, dark night, just hours before she makes a phone call and looks for a whole total of 3 minutes for her child. Give me a break. People look for their dogs better than Katie looked for her son. It's gross. It's insulting to Sebastian. Retha, we got to put you in bubble wrap, girl. Oh, Lord. Folks, stay vigilant. Be careful out there. Like I've always said, these streets are dangerous. These streets It hurts. I'm sorry, Retha. I'm laughing at you. I'm sorry. That made me laugh. TJ said, Retha, be careful of the refrigerator bites. Oh, put you some ice on your head. Take care of your head. Right? One of Beast Luton says, I look for spices in my cabinet harder than they looked for him. Exactly. Love you, me and you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you being here. Oh, Miss Ann, that's so sweet. That is sweet. There you go. Didn't find that damn cinnamon, but by golly, you did your best to look for it, right? I bet you didn't tell people it walked out of your house barefooted. I don't know, folks. You can lay it all out on the table. You can twist and turn it however you want to. You can just take it every single day, tell it in a different way. It always comes back to the same exact thing. He's missing, and his mother don't give a shit. She's living her best life right now, kid free. Because, life goes on, right, Chris? Life goes on. You have to keep going. Well, some of us moms love our child enough that we just can't. It's not time for us to keep moving forward in life. We are stuck in that moment and that time. And we, mothers who love our children, we have to have our time because we're the ones that gave birth to that sweet, precious baby. We don't just take off on a vacation when our child's missing and go across the country, across the United States, all the way to the other end and attend a barbecue cook off, knowing your child's out there somewhere. She knows. She knows exactly. And I pray every tear she cries is remembering what she allowed to happen that night. I hope she closes her eyes and sees the image of whatever went down that night. Because it's my opinion that Katie deserves to remember there's not enough alcohol in this world, I pray, to erase the memory of what happened to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Guys, I want to thank you all for being here tonight with me. I appreciate y'all hanging in there till the very, very end. I love, respect, and absolutely adore each and every one of you. Everybody in the bushes, just listening. Y'all are so precious. Thank you. To those who contributed to the channel tonight, thank you so much. It is so, so appreciated. I just love you guys so much, and I'm so grateful to have y'all here on our channel. I will say this. Be looking out for Rich and Ruby. There's some good things coming very soon. Pay attention to the words that are said. Thank you, Rita. I love you. Thank you all so much. Y'all are so sweet and so kind. And guys, justice for Sebastian. Hold on to that really, really tight, because together, as a whole group, everybody that believes in justice for Sebastian, we can make it. We can make it to the end. We can see all of it through. I'll be back again tomorrow. So until then, be safe out on these streets, guys. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love and hugs. Good night.